Good day everybody, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another Hockey Talk video. Yeah, I did already a 32 teams, 32 thoughts video this year. This will be another one. I wanted to do this on trade deadline day, which is tomorrow, but I do not have time tomorrow as we will go on vacation the day after tomorrow and I have a lot to prepare for that. So I have to do it today. Preamble aside, 32 teams, 32 thoughts at the trade deadline 2024. Alright, ready? Let's go. I will do that by division from bottom to top at the current standings, and let's start off with the Central Division. Chicago. A season as expected. Guaranteed to pick in the top 4 in this year's draft. Connor Bedard is the real deal, but he needs a lot of help. Arizona. Without their 14-game losing skid they would be in the race for the playoffs. This is a good team. The arena situation and the uncertainty will they stay in Arizona or not, I'm sure this influenced the team negatively. Minnesota, too inconsistent, blowing it at the wrong time. Good young players will be dangerous when the cap penalty is gone. Ryan Suter, Zach Parise, you remember? St. Louis, 6 points out, so still in the race. Surprisingly, very good goaltending. Need more help for Kyrou and Thomas for next year. Nashville. Andrew Brunette, Coach of the Year candidate. I'm sure he is. Unexpected great season. Work hard out in the playoffs. Colorado had to victimize Byram to fix their forward group with Middlestat. They still have the problem who is their second line center. McKinnon, Hart and Artros candidate. Winnipeg didn't expect them that good. Hellebuck for the Vezina Trophy. Whole team performing great. Hard out in the playoffs, especially with a goalie like Connor Hellebuck. Dallas, with Wyatt Johnston, Logan Stankoven, who came up recently and is fantastic, Roope Hintz, Jason Robertson, Jake Ottinger, Miro Heiskanen, they are a contender and they will be a contender for years to come. Next up, Pacific Division. San Jose, a season as expected for a rebuilding team. Hard work won them some games and some hearts. Top 4 pick guaranteed. Anaheim, very disappointing. Added Killorn, Gudas and got Carlson in the draft, still not better. Zegras is injured, but even when he was healthy, the performance sucked. John Gibson can be traded. Lucas Dostal proved that he is a top goaltender. Calgary traded all 3 big-name pending UFAs. Likely out of the race, retool on the way. Seattle, so much overtime. Beniers sophomore slump, yeah, this was expected. Sold Wenberg recently, but they are not in need of a retool or even rebuild. This team is okay. Vegas, big shoppers, Hannafin and Manta so far, maybe there's more to come. Big injury issues. They miss Mark Stone so much. Chance of back-to-back when healthy. LA. Up and down season, Pierre Dubois still adjusting. Byfield is the real deal, maybe even their new MVP. Is Talbot good enough for 4 rounds of playoff hockey? Edmonton needed a 16-game winning streak to make up their early flunk. Remember, they started 2-9-1. I did a video at this time, have a look up in the corner. Less goals against than Boston. This was very surprising. McDavid, Draisaitl and Hyman, the best line in the NHL right now. Vancouver, Rick Tocchet, Coach of the Year candidate, clearly. Their third line and center depth are the keys up front. Their defense and their goaltending both fantastic this year. With Patterson contract situation solved, all focus on the playoffs. Let's go over to the East. Metropolitan Division. Columbus, better than last year, still not close to the playoffs. New GM, new rebuild, ? New Jersey. I talked about them 2 days ago. Have a look up in the corner for the video. Their defense and their goaltending is the main issue, but the video will tell you a little more about that. Pittsburgh. Doubled down on their aging core with the Carlson trade. Likely no playoffs. Overdue for a rebuild. No good young players on the roster. Washington. Ovi finally aging. Started a soft sale with Mentagon, some young guys playing already. Is Charlie Lindgren their MVP this year? New York Islanders, in the race but no contenders. Better to miss the playoffs and give Patrick Roy, the new coach, a clean sheet for next year. Philadelphia, John Tortorella, Coach of the Year candidate. They're supposed to be in a rebuild, but the team refused to be. What an effort. Couturier is the key guy. Him coming back helped the whole team. Carolina, season as usual in recent years, contender waiting for the playoffs. New York Rangers, Alexis Lafreniere, who was written off as a bust, he is the real deal. He's so good this year. Great all-around team, even with Igor Shesterkin not in his 2022 form. One of the top contenders overall. And finally, the Atlantic Division. Ottawa, another lost season. Have a look up in the corner. I talked about them not that long ago. Montreal, still in rebuild but flirting with 500. Very respectable. More selling for sure. The future is bright. Buffalo, this was supposed to be the year. It's not. JJ Peterka could be their MVP this year if healthy, frightening good defense next year with the addition of Bowen Byram. Can Devon Levi match Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen next year? Can Tage Thompson have a rebound? This team can be very good and can be a playoff team next year. Tampa Bay, finally declining, no assets for trades left. No contender anymore. Anyway, Nikita Kucherov could win the Hart and the Art Ross. Detroit, the Yzer plan is working. Maybe no contender yet, but soon, fun to watch. Toronto, can Austin Matthews hit 70? Marner and Nylander are fantastic. They don't need John Tavares anymore. Will their nerves hold in the playoffs? Boston, very surprisingly that they are that good without any real centers. Downswing recently, 15 overtime losses. Swayman is great, and I'm in for them playing the Leafs in the first round. Florida, President's Trophy. Have everything to win the cup. Maybe Matthew Tkachuk even for the Hart. Okay, that's it for this one. Let me know in the comment section below which one is your team and what are your first thoughts on your team. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and see you soon with more hockey jersey stuff in a few days. Until then, have a good time.